I'm Donna Drake,
I am Rhonda Klch.
I'm Bella Barbaro.
and today we're at Stony Brook University. And guys, are you excited about all these Italian cars?
Very excited. I love this event. It's very nice. It's a beautiful day. I'm ready for all of it.
And Rhonda, have you met anybody in particular that you're looking forward to knowing, not just today, but forever?
Actually, I've met several people that are on faculty, and I'm grabbing a wonderful education about academics and business.
I love that. So Stony Brook University, it is a primo university, and we're here today living it up right here, Italian style. Stay tuned. With us now is John. John, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. So I'm doing really well. It's a beautiful day here in Stony Brook, and it can't be any better. And now I'm with Donna.
There you go. So you and your friend Diane moved here back to Long Island from the city just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, just a couple of months ago, we're out of the city, and now we're fully Long Island people. But we've been coming to this event for at least 10 years.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, your bike that you brought here today, tell us about it.
It's a 2003 Moto Guzzi California Sports Special Aluminum. It's quite a big mouthful, but there it is, and it's a beautiful bike. So I love it, and the best thing about it, it runs on olive oil.
Really?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
I don't know if that's true.
It's
Is that
not true.
But
It's
that
not
would
true,
make a
but-
great story because we're here celebrating all things that are Italian, right?
Absolutely.
So I think that maybe you could invent that, though. Invent that to happen.
I think what it is, we're going to do some Harley Davidsons. They are called EVOs, which is extra virgin olive oil.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna start a new trend here today.
Moto Guzzi's EVOs.
So how long have you had this bike?
Oh, a long time, since '06. So it's actually my first motorcycle. I fell in love with it right off the bat, and it's been mine. It's been my little baby. I can't see getting rid of it.
And where's the most exotic place or the best trail that you've taken it on?
We've gone upstate, so there's a town called Hudson, New York, and I highly recommend going there. It's a beautiful motorcycle ride along the Hudson. You get there, and there's actually an Italian coffee shop there, and they make really great espressos and cappuccinos, but in the back is a guy with a motorcycle garage, and he specializes in Moto Guzzis. So when you go there, you can get a cappuccino and a tour of the Moto Guzzi show. So it's really quite nice. And that's Hudson, New York. So really, really nice.
Thanks, John. It was nice to visit with
Really
you.
nice to meet you, Donna.
Thank you.
Best of
Happy
luck.
journeys to you.
You too.
And John asked me a question the other day, just a few moments ago. He asked me, like, what was one of my favorite interviews? And I said Jay Leno, but now I'm going to just go with John.
Stop it.
Just go with John.
Stop it.
So, as a motorcycle enthusiast myself, I decided this year we're going to feature the motorcycles first. So, tell us about your bike.
This is a 2009 Moto Guzzi Vintage. It is modeled after the 1970s bikes. And I have a stable of motorcycles,
Best one ever.
and I have right now currently 3 Moto Guzzis and other brands also, but Moto Guzzi's one of my favorite, and it's also because even though my name is Anderson, I'm an Italian descent.
You are. Okay, so now tell me about your love for these Italian motorcycles in particular.
Well, I've been riding since I was a little boy, and my first vehicle on the road was a motorcycle. and I've always been interested in Moto Guzzi just because it's of Italian descent. And if you've gone to Italy, you know that the love of motorcycle is beyond and art. And I see a motorcycle as art. And I actually graduated from Stony Brook 2 master's degrees in fine arts, and I taught for 36 years in Port Jeff.
Makes a lot of sense now. So your company that does carvings, right? And so you're really a sculptor. So you see the bike as a sculpture.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And how is this one decked out for you? Like, what is it about your bike that sculpturally pleases your eye?
Because it throws back to the nostalgia of the Guzzis of the 70s and early 80s, even though it's a more modern bike, and I like that aesthetic.
Excellent. It's very, very nice. Congratulations. And we're here today, you know, in support of this group. How many years have you been coming out?
From the beginning, I guess over 10 years, we came out, and John and I actually met because I have the same exact bike he has, and he passed me on the road, and I turned around and followed him home, and he thought this guy was getting ready to fight, and it's a rare motorcycle that he has, and so we made a great connection.
Well, it's very funny. You never know who you're going to meet here, lifelong friends, and I hope we will be friends.
Oh, we are now.
We are now. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here at Stony Brook University. So hello and welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you. It's a great day to be here, and it's my first official commitment as director of the Center for Italian Studies, and it couldn't be any better. We've got lots of people in.
I think they did this just for you today. I think they decided to have a party just to celebrate your new position.
Probably, yeah, and you know, it's a great party. It's going to be a great party. It started very well, so we're...
How did you find out about the position here at Stony Brook? How did you apply? What was the process like?
Well, it was advertised. It was out there, and I thought, you know, I've always had this kind of vocation to do something for the community while being an academic. So I thought this type of position would be actually ideal for me.
And what are your hopes for the center?
Well, we're looking to make things more international, more open, and well, up to date with what modern academia has become, but always with an eye to the community, and to create and strengthen bridges between our center, our department, and our faculty, and what's out there.
Now, how many languages do you speak? Are you a linguistic person, or like, tell me like about you?
Well, Italian and English, yes. A bit of Dutch, but really basic, just to be able to go to the grocery store, and a bit of French. A bit of French.
Now, I detect a little bit of an accent, Scottish accent. That's where you grew up, in Scotland. Okay. So do you sometimes wear a kilt, but also sometimes wave the Italian flag? So I want to just know about you, because I said you probably have the most interesting background of anyone that I've ever kind of interviewed.
Well, I do have a kilt, as a matter of fact. It's, well, as a Scots Italian, there's an Italian tartan. So we do have, you know, people wear a kilt, and they should wear it according to their family heirloom. We have an Italian tartan, Clan Italia it's called, and you know that's my kilt. So
I want to see a picture of that. I'm so fascinated by people and culture, and that's really why we're here today. We're here to celebrate everybody from all over the world, but especially Italian cars and motorcycles.
Yeah.
Now, have you ridden in an Italian car before?
Yes, I actually got my first driver's license in Italy, and I have to say I'm not the proud owner, but my dad is, of a Fiat Balilla, a 1932 car. Now, these people are lucky that I'm not able to import it, otherwise there wouldn't be any competition here, I can tell you that.
Your dad would win hands down.
Absolutely, hands down, hands down.
What's your dad's name?
Maurizio.
Maurizio, this one's for you. Stay tuned. We've been living it up right here at Stony Brook University. So welcome, and tell us who you're representing here today.
Today we're here to represent the Carabinieri, the Italian military police, and then we have the section in Long Island, in Lindenhurst, and we try to send to share the tradition and everything is concerned the Carabinieri and the Italian people, community, and whatever.
We celebrate the beautiful Italian cars today, right?
Today is a very nice event with the Josephine Fusco, Miss Josephine Fusco, that she invited us every year. We come over here and we do what we're going to do. You know, we like to represent the Carabinieri, l'Italia. Ci rappresentiamo l'Italia. We represent Italy and the Carabinieri over here.
Lovely. And are you having a good time so far today?
Yes, yes. Have a good time.
Very happy with us.
And how about yourself? Are you having a nice time today?
Yes, I do have a very nice time today. I met a couple people in here that was very nice. I met the coordinator over here, and I met the new coordinator, assistant coordinator, Mr. Matteo. And it was very pleasant to talk to him. And hopefully that he really enjoy our presence over here. And we hope that he will come over with us and be part of our association. Yeah. So
Who knows? We see what happens. We see what happens.
Well, you could invite him, and you never know, right?
Exactly.
And I do believe that that's one of the nicest things about events like this is that it brings good people together for a great common cause. And I know that we're going to be sharing some refreshments and looking at some fine cars. Have any of you ever driven an Italian car?
Yes, I had over here 4 Alfa Romeos over here, but life changes,
Okay.
And then I have a part before in the past. I had a part on the Alfa Romeo club before. Something happens, and the life changes, work changes, bases. We have 2 more bases here. We cannot be concentrated anymore on the Alfa Romeos.
Understood.
But we here.
To
We here
celebrate
now,
them.
but we always we celebrate anyway with the Alfa Romeo.
I celebrate too. I don't own an Italian car yet, but maybe I'll get one, or at least get somebody to give me a ride in one today. That's my hope. Stay tuned.
I am here with.
Mike Banch.
Amazing. What brings you to this beautiful car show today in Stony Brook?
Well, as you can see from all of the merchandise around, I'm a big fan of Alfa Romeo, and I'm vice president of the Alfa Romeo Owners Club. And this is our 16th year out here. We've been here from the very beginning of this, and it's a wonderful show. And as you can see from the turnout, we have Alfa Romeos all over. We have Maseratis, we have Ferraris, we have all the beautiful Italian cars, Fiats, Lamborghinis. Yeah, it's a wonderful show.
Love it. Beautiful. I love all the merch you have here. I might have to get myself a shirt, honestly. What would you say your favorite car is here?
Oh, let's see. It's so hard to pick a favorite, but I'm partial to an older Alfa Romeo model called the Montreal, and there's an orange one in the front row that I really, really like. Yeah, and the fellow's a member of our club.
Is there anything else that you would like to add? Promote anything?
Sure, yeah. This is our monthly club magazine. It's called the Alpha Owner, and this is our national convention that was held in June of this year in Coronado, out in California, in San Diego Bay. And we move the national conventions around. Next year will be Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's going to be an exciting time.
All right. You guys heard it here first. Thank you so much, Mike. I am here with
Tim Bebo and Mike Evers.
Amazing. So what brings you guys to this amazing event today?
Well, I've known about this event for since its very beginning, 16 years ago. And last year was the first time I came and loved it, so I had to come back.
How are we feeling today? Are you enjoying the atmosphere so far, enjoying the cars?
Yeah, this is always a great event. This is my 4th time participating, and everything is great. It gets better every year. This year there's a little bit more concessions going on. The band is always great. It's always great to see young guys inspired by jazz, and they just go off and have a great time. And this year's participation in cars, there's probably twice as many as there was last time.
That's amazing. Yeah, I was here last year. I enjoyed it very much so. So tell me a little bit about your company. What's going on?
Well, this is actually Tim.
So Fiat Club America was formed in 1983. That was the year that Fiat stopped exporting cars to the United States. And so we formed, and we continued to keep the brand alive until 2012, when Fiat came back into North America. And so we've continued. We have 2,000 members across the country, and we have a network of 40 chapters. And so we do have a Long Island chapter, and Northeast Coast chapter, and New Jersey chapter. So we're pretty solid in this part of the country.
Awesome. It's amazing, guys. Anything else you would like to share, promote, comments, questions, concerns?
Come see some fun Italian cars.
There you go.
Great place to
Awesome.
see new and old cars.
Awesome. Amazing, guys. Well, thank you so much. I'm Bella Barbaro, correspondent of the Donna Drake Show, and we'll see you soon.
We are here at Stony Brook University, and what a lovely day for this event. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very happy. Yes, it's a stunning day. It's my second of these events, of the Concorso, and both years we've been incredibly lucky. So fingers crossed.
Now, last year you shared with me that your family actually loves Italian cars, and that your father had beautiful Italian cars, and that you yourself know how to drive an Italian car. Yes?
No. I know how to drive an Italian car. I still drive. At present, I confess I don't drive an Italian car right now, but I drive stick, among other things, not an automatic. So old habits die hard in that sense. But yes, my family, my father in particular, though my mother was also an incredibly good, competent, amazing driver, but my father in particular, and then some of my friends. I grew up with a bunch of friends who were motorheads, and we went to Formula One in Imola, and we followed the rallies, in particular the Sanremo rally, the Monte Carlo rally, and so my heart today, when I saw the Lancia Martini rally arriving, I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm seeing that. That's the flavor of my youth, literally.
The flavor of her youth. I don't feel like we're a day over
I'm
20.
not talking about the martini. I'm talking about the car.
The car. What does the department now bring to the students? You're back in action now. Stony Brook is such a vibrant university. In particular, though, what are you proud of this department?
The department as a whole offers, and it's offering a wider and wider variety of languages, which has added Arabic as well. So, and that means also we're talking more and more about the Mediterranean. We're not talking only about European languages, as used to be the case. We're talking about the heritage languages of so many of our students and so many of the communities around us. So it's becoming increasingly a way for our students. I teach Italian language and culture. I also teach Italian American. In those classes, I see so many of these students reflecting, experiencing, experimenting, exploring their own heritages, whether it is Hispanic, whether it is Asian, whether it is indeed Italian American. But it's fantastic to have them. I had them the other day having massive discussion about, so am I first generation, am I second generation, what does it mean, who am I? Now, if I can hear them asking those questions, to me, what we do is so relevant. And it goes beyond whatever it is, the specific learning that happens there. It means that there's something happening in their own reflections and their own way to think about themselves and the community around them. And I think for us, with the center in particular, the department too, community is the thing. I finished a talk on Ralph Fasanella, the Italian American painter, the other day, saying we are the communities we build.
Yes.
So that's the point.
And I agree. And it's a happy anniversary to us, because we did meet 1 year ago. And I hope to come back year after year after year. But there are so many things that you're doing that I feel broaden out, not just to the students, but to the community at large. So some of your events are, the public's invited, like today.
Yep, like today, and what a day, and how many people are here, and such a variety. Again, the cars some are brand new, some are from they're incredibly well kept, pieces of history. But we have just over the next few weeks. So we have Italian American and Italian Australian women artists, visual artists, coming to talk about their own experiences and the way in which their art reflects not only their own history, but the history of all of their whole family, especially the women in those families, who didn't perhaps have the instruments to write, but they made culture with their hands. We then have, writers, we have Italian rappers, musicians, we have, you name it. And that is because our constituency is precisely so diverse and so rich, and we want everyone to feel at home in the center. I was talking earlier today with some of the students or ex-students who are helping with the day, and some of them were saying it's that the feel of that department, the feel of the center is, it always was like a family. We felt at home there, and the doors are always open. I know I can speak also for Matteo, who's I think you're interviewing or you've interviewed, who's the new director. And yes, we want people to come.
It's the heartbeat.
We want people to come through that door and also suggest to us ways in which we can work further with the community. Absolutely. In all of its variety, we want everyone there.
I'm just going to say it is the heartbeat of the university. No disrespect to any of the other departments, but I do feel at home with this department. Stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here at Stony Brook University. With us now is Albert. Albert, tell us about your beautiful Ferrari.
Well, thank you. This is a 360 Modena. It's a 2004. It's one of the last ones produced. Interesting thing about the car is that it was the first time that Ferrari put together a car that was totally aluminum. Not just the body, but also the chassis. So the whole car is fully aluminum, so it's a light car. Rear engine, 8-cylinder, producing about 400 horsepower.
Nice.
So it makes a great sound, and it's a lot of fun.
When did you start driving Italian cars? Can you tell us about your journey as an Italian car enthusiast?
My first car was an Alfa Romeo, 2000. I just turned 30 years old, and I bought an Alfa, and I had it for quite some time. And then from there, I went to a Ferrari when I was 40, and that was a Ferrari 308 Dino that I bought. I had that for quite some time as well. And then I really took a real quantum leap because the Alfa was a front cylinder 4-cylinder. The Ferrari I bought was a rear 6-cylinder. And then I went to a 365 Ferrari, which was a front 12-cylinder car. And it was a 12-cylinder, 6 2-barrel side draft Webers. And you know you married the right girl when you pull into the garage, because when you have those type of carburetors, you get a lot of gas smell. So you marry the right girl when your wife comes out and she says, "Oh, I smell gas. I love that smell." So you definitely married the right girl.
Yes, you definitely must have. That's so adorable. That's a great story, right? It's like it's 2 Webers. It's not Weber grills. It's like the Webers of the car. Exactly. That's so cute. So this particular vehicle, have you been on a road trip with it? And where did you travel to?
Well, the reason why I got this particular one is before this I had a 550 Maranello, also a 12-cylinder car, front engine, beautiful car. But I used to live in Manhasset, and my wife and I built a house out east. So moving all the way out east, we don't go west, we go east. Okay, so because of the roads and the winding roads and the farms, you know, I felt let me get the 550, trade it in, and get a convertible, and we're having a blast.
I love that. And I see a driver in your vehicle. Who's the driver?
That's a young man that was admiring the car. He said he always admired this car. He had it on his wall as a poster, and he asked me if I could sit in, and I said sure.
Well, dreams come true. Yeah, let's take a look. So, how do you feel that Albert let you sit in his car?
Honestly, it's a bit of an honor. I'll be honest. It's I've grown up with this car ever since I was a little kid. 360 Spider. 400 brake horsepower from a naturally aspirated V8. It's just an honor to experience one of your dream cars. I just thank you for the opportunity and just, hopefully one day, just gotta work hard.
That's how dreams come true. He went from having a picture of it on his wall to sitting in Albert's vehicle today. And that's what these events are all about. It's about celebrating life, sharing what we have, and just experiencing a really great day. And what is your name?
Evan.
Evan. And that's Evan, and I'm Donna Drake, and that's how it works. Be well. Okay, so Dan, tell us about your beautiful vehicle.
Well, Italy's very first front-wheel drive car, which started the Alfa Sud and the Fiat 128, all big volume cars, was actually by one man. He was an engineer named Antonio Fessia. And he worked for an airplane company after the war called Simessa Corproni. And he had this idea that to build a car, it needed to be front drive with the engine in front of the drive wheels, so you'd have maximum room for space, and you could always change it from year to year and use different bodies, which they actually did with the Lancia Flavia. By the way, Flavia is the name of the Roman road that goes from Tergesti down to Dalmatia. And that's why it was called that. And his design was he wanted a flat 4 and front drive. Now, he went to Fiat, and Fiat said, no way. We believe in rear engine, rear drive, Topolino is what the people who returned from the war want. But Simesa sold it to Lancia, and Lancia was always known for their engineering. They were really a company apart. This is one of the last Lancias made before Fiat took over the company.
Thank
So
you
it
for that.
still
And what
has-
year is this car, and how did you acquire it?
Fabbricato 1966. I bought it from a family in Torino. You see it has the Torino plates?
I did notice that.
It makes it go faster. The New York plates make it slow it down. But anyhow, I wanted a Flavia. It was built alongside the Ferrari 250 by Pininfarina. And I will never be able to own that car. But I looked for a Flavia, and I found one, and it was in Torino, and it was one family, first the father who passed, and then the son who had it, and they were very happy to sell it. And I didn't quibble on the price because I couldn't find another. And I've had the car for 8 years. I've driven it to Canada. I drove it to Detroit. As soon as I got it, I've driven it to Philly, everywhere. And it runs. And it's filled with all of the wonderful Lancia touches that you don't see on other cars.
So Josephine, in her infinite wisdom, when I ask her, who should we celebrate? Who should we shine a light on today? Well, it is birthday boy time. That's right. We are with the Beckers, and it's your birthday today, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Happy birthday. So should we sing? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
We are celebrating life here today, and you have a beautiful 1978 car. Tell us about this baby.
Well, this is a Fiat X19. It replaced the old 850. I bought this. I owned one of these back in the 80s, and in 2003, I bought a Lotus Elan, which I've been drooling over for years, but she won't drive it. She says, you waited so long.
Will you drive this baby?
It's mine.
Oh.
I bought this.
Well, then forget. We don't even want to talk to you, birthday boy. Hold on. All right, Miss Becker. Hold on a second. Tell us about your car.
Well, he went on eBay and looked for a car for me, and we saw this, and we drove down to South Jersey, took a look at it, put a bid on it, and got it. And I had to learn how to drive it. I did not know how to drive a stick shift.
But you taught her, right? You guys worked as a team? No.
One of the guys in our MG club. We're in several clubs, and the guys in the MG club taught her.
Now, I was joking around with you guys because I know that you have such a good relationship, but you guys have been here since day one. What does it mean to you about being here today, this year?
We just like to look at the cars and talk to the people. A lot of the people we recognize from the past. I mean, I don't remember a lot of the names, but she does. And, so we come out here. It's nice weather and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and it's a nice car. This car was a Greenwich Concours class winner in 2010. So it's not a bad car.
Now, do you have a name for this vehicle?
Actually, I named it Bernardo.
I like that. There you go. It goes with it, right? Bernardo. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been hanging out with Bernardo. And if you want to drive an Italian car, maybe give them a call. They could kind of give you a little bit about where to go and what to do.
My name is Moshe Elmakias. I'm a jazz pianist. I'm doing my DMA at Stony Brook. I just started this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Nice. Glad to have you here. And you are?
My name is Tom Manuel, and I'm in the jazz department at Stony Brook University, and these are two of our outstanding graduate students, including Marty Eisenberg on the bass, by the way.
Hello, Marty. And I see this music here. Now, did you transpose this? Because I see that it's handwritten.
It's just for show. I actually can't read music.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. Some of it is some of that I transcribed. Yes.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
It just looks beautiful. I was like, so it's artistic. What he's playing is artistic, and look at that. Look at that sheet music. It's really lovely. So tell us about your instrument, Marty.
Okay, well, take a good look at this. This is not a cello. This is a double bass. Most of the time, people will see me down the street, and they'll say one of two things. They'll say, nice cello, in which I'll be angry, or they'll think they're making this joke to me for the first time, even though I've heard it a million times. They say, don't you wish you played the flute? As if they just came up with it in the moment.
How long have you been playing this instrument, and what does it mean to you?
I've been playing this instrument since I was about 12 or 13 years old. Let's do the math. Over 20 years. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And who turned you on to this? Because everybody picks their instrument for a certain reason.
Well, when I was 10 years old, my father died, and he used to play instruments around the house, and I started on his bass guitar. And, I kind of took it off the wall and started playing it after he was gone. And it was a way for me to sort of stay connected to him and things. So that's kind of what led me down this path.
Well, congratulations. And as a student here getting your doctorate, that's so impressive that you're continuing your education. What are you hoping to do in giving back to others when they're pursuing music?
I really think that music is a way to heal the world and yourself. And, it's a valuable resource. I want to help everyone who gets a chance to enjoy it, but especially for those people that really need it,
And music is the universal language of love, right? It is true. So maybe some people here speak Italian, some people speak English. Many different languages are spoken here at Stony Brook University, but the one language that we all speak is music. So stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here.
We've got a wonderful new administration now with Alicia and Matteo. But we continue to miss Mario, but we know he should know that the center is in good hands. And especially when we get the support and interest of people like Donna and Jim Albano.
Yeah. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. We are here. And Alicia, you've been here since June, right? And you're also a Stony Brook University graduate. Yes. Let's talk about that journey.
Yeah, so I was so excited to see that the position opened up in spring, so I applied because I am an alumna of the university and I was an Italian major, so it seemed like the perfect full circle move for me, and I'm so happy to be here. Joe has been so welcoming, and it's just a wonderful place to work.
And what are some of the things that we can look forward to this year in this organization, in this group?
Well, we have a lot of events coming up, a lot of talks, a lot of presentations, and I guess our biggest event is our conference in honor of Mario Mignone, which is coming up in November. It's going to be a huge event at various places on campus, and we're putting it together, but it's going to be so special, and we're really looking forward to that.
Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more. We've been living it up with these fine ladies, and we just had a beautiful, blessed day. We're so lucky to be here. Right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned. Be well. So I was walking by and I see his shirt and it says either Compono, Compono, but I think it might say Campana, Campana, and that's the name I grew up with. So I said, oh, where'd you get this shirt? And what did you tell me?
At the Maserati Club Christmas party last year.
So if you sponsored this shirt, we want to talk to you. I'm Donna Drake, and we're just living it up right here at Stony Brook University. Thanks for watching.